Welcome to the Learn to Educate podcast. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. Feel free to leave a like or comment at any point throughout the episode. Now let's begin.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Learn to Educate podcast, episode 2, self-improvement. A couple subtopics that I wrote down for today is mental mindset, daily routine, eating habits, exercise, and discipline. I'm going to close this out and we can get started. All right. So we're back. Jamil, we left the people hanging for a while, but I think that there's a reasoning for that. So if you want to tell everybody why we took so long, you could go ahead.
Took a family trip to Japan. Saw my grandpa, my aunts, my uncles. Not really, I don't have any uncles. Saw my cousins, spent some time there. I went clubbing one time, even though I've never gone clubbing like ever. It was interesting. Saw some people shaking ass, you know what I mean? Saw some lady with a sword.
A sword?
It was pretty yeah. She was with a sword, she was dancing with it. It was pretty dope. But I'm ready to hop back into this grind though, you know.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm good, bro. Same stuff. Yeah, my birthday's coming up. Your birthday just passed. Yours was yesterday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday again, bro.
Thank you.
But yeah, we're on the same grind. Grind don't stop, you know. But I want to talk a little bit more about the Japan trip though, because we really didn't talk about it so much. But tell us what's the difference between like the lifestyle of living in Japan aside from like living in New York?
Bro, I would say like the culture is like it's fully like, you know how they say they're fully like honorable and respectful.
Right.
Everybody's pretty nice. I feel like over time, like the last time I visited, they were like extremely nice. Like they would try to hold the door for me and I would try to hold the door for them and they would not give in to letting me hold the door for them. You know what I mean? I was kind of annoyed, but like now it's like a little bit more mellow. But they still have like a culture where they take care of each other. Like the business model there is amazing.
Really?
Like yeah, it's like really good. It's like it's always a win-win situation over there.
Right.
That's why I think it's like pretty cool over there.
And like the food was good too?
The food is amazing. Bro, I ate too much meat though. Like I was busting up the bathroom too much.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, I ate too much meat, bro. But yeah, overall it was good, man. I went to Universal Studios as well with my mom's cousin's children. It was pretty fun. One of the rides. What else? I went to a lot of scenery. Like I went to the mountainside. I went to see my grandpa. He's doing well. He gave me some books, which I appreciate. I'm about to read them in the coming months and stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it.
You think you could see yourself living there though, like full time or not?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
I'm actually planning. Yeah, I think for like 6 months though. Like 6 months, I'd live there. Yeah.
Not like full time though. Like you wouldn't like move there and have kids there and stuff like that.
I wouldn't say hell no, because I don't know. And future me might be different, might be thinking different. But the ladies there are really, they're really gorgeous. I ain't go cap. But yeah, I like how they live though. It's very clean. Literally no garbage on the floor. There's like I saw one or two homeless people. It was really nice. But yeah, other than that, it was good. I enjoyed my trip. Well worth it.
All right, bro. So obviously you guys know that today's episode is self-improvement, and over the last couple of weeks, me and Jamil incorporated a couple clips into Google Slides that we wanted to share with you. But do you want to start off with the first subtopic?
All right. It will be mental mindset.
Mental mindset, yeah. So
mental mindset.
So it's I'm trying to like.
I mean, it's a loaded topic, to be honest, because I would say everything surrounding like self-improvement goes into like mental mindset.
Right.
So mental mindset, I think, is like like everything, like a lot of skills, is developed through a lot of experience, a lot of failure, a lot of learning.
Definitely.
It's really about our perspective. Our perspective in life like stops us in a lot of ways, and we connect the values of work to like the result.
Right.
And we should be focusing on doing better day by day rather than focusing on what's the end goal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand. I definitely agree with that. Like when you think mindset, when you think that you're trying to work towards a goal, you're not like, oh, I need this goal right now. I'm gonna do all of this, and I'm gonna be done tomorrow, and I'm gonna finish, and then that's it. There's steps to it. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't be greedy when it comes to wanting to accomplish something.
Yeah,
So you have to take it step by step, and then eventually you reach your goal, and then you can look back at the journey that you had, and then you're like, oh wow, this really took a while, but it was worth it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I mean, I guess
Yeah.
I could like I'm trying to relate it back to something. Like you could relate it to like weight loss. You know what I'm saying? Like weight loss is not like an overnight thing. You
Mhm.
can't have like you can't be like 250 pounds and you want to go to 200 pounds and then you're there in like a week. There's a process to it. There's a grind to it, and you have to be mentally ready to you have to be mentally ready to go through the process to eventually get where you want to be.
I agree. To get to where you want to be, it's really like uncomfortable. It's that like to start it off, it's really uncomfortable.
Right.
You got to be discomfort. You got to chase that type of feeling in order to grow, in my
Right.
opinion. I think self-talk is a really important thing to do. Like personally, I journal like every once a week or so to review my
Right. Of
week and how I did, what did I slip up on? Because everybody makes mistakes,
course.
and it's okay to make mistakes.
We're all
But
human.
yeah, we're all human. It's okay. It's part of it. But every time you make a mistake and you like jot it down or you think about it, dwell on it, you're able to come back stronger.
Go into like the what you just said about like the jotting and like the journaling and stuff.
Yeah.
Like with that, I feel like these last like couple months or whatever, like I started to like do the same thing, and
Mhm.
I feel that like jotting and journaling and like just being organized as a whole, like planning out like your things like that you're gonna do for the week, planning out like your to-do list, your top priorities, and all that other stuff, ideas. I feel like being organized, it's like it makes you like want to do more. You know what I'm saying? Like it makes you want to
Yeah.
be more productive, and like you get a lot of shit more shit done when you're organized, because you're not
Mm.
just doing stuff on the fly. You're like, okay, Monday, like I gotta go to the bank or whatever. I gotta go visit my sister or whatever, just stuff like that. But if you don't really have anything down, you're just like, oh, okay, what should I do today? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what
Yeah.
you gotta do, and you're more
It's
productive. And
like,
like at the end of the week, like you said, when you like journal or like if you do it every week or like every day or whatever, like it's good to be in touch with your feelings, kind of. Like, and it's
mm,
like you want to be in touch with your mind because then you're productive. You're much more productive.
about being organized. I think it's a very good thing to be organized because once you're organized, you have these certain cues in your mind.
Right.
I got this from Atomic Habits, one of my favorite books.
Mhm.
Where you have these cues and you have these cravings, and whenever you have a cue, it triggers your emotions
Mhm.
to crave whatever that is. For example, if you were to be going to the gym, right, you would want to set up your gym clothes and be ready in the morning. But like
Right.
if you woke up late and you don't have your clothes set up, you're not ready to go to the gym, and in your mind you're like, I don't really need to go to the gym right now. But like if you
Exactly.
prep yourself to already go and you're organized for that, that next action, you're able to flow more smoothly.
Exactly. So that goes with like also like planning ahead, you know? So like
Mhm.
if you're like so say me and you want to go to breakfast, right? Say
Mhm.
maybe 8:30, 9 a.m. or whatever. And like the night before we're talking about, oh yeah, let's go to this diner or whatever tomorrow. And like, okay, let's go at 8:30. I'll set an alarm. Then we'll actually get up and we'll actually end up meeting each other at breakfast. But if we say, oh, we'll just talk about it in the morning, I'll text you, and then it's the morning, and it's like 8 o'clock, and I'm like, yo, I'm mad tired, and I'll just
Yeah.
put the phone back down and I'll go back to sleep, you know. So it's like it all comes in the mental, you know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
you have to be disciplined. We'll get into that after because discipline is one of the subtopics. But I think we've been rambling for a little bit. So you want to show the first video, the first clip?
Yeah. We can bring it up.
Your mind has to be stronger than your feelings. Your mind has to be stronger than your feelings. Think about every poor decision you've made in your life. There was more emotion that was involved in it than there was mind. Every single one of them. Think about it.
Really was.
Your feelings keep you in bed. Your mind tells you, get up.
Path. And you stayed on the righteous path, the disciplined path. You stayed on the war path, which is right where you know that you belong.
Your brain has to overcome your feelings. Like it's so true.
Yeah.
Like you have to be disciplined in order for like wanting to achieve a goal. Like something bad happens to you and like you break up with your girlfriend, right? You're gonna like your feelings are gonna overcome your mind, and you're just gonna want to stay in bed, not talk to anybody, just like eat a bunch of junk food, have no contact with no person. But your mind is going to tell you that you're going to have to take this failure and you're going to have to overcome it, and you're going to have to build stronger from it. Go to the gym, go outside, hang out with a couple friends or whatever, read, just do something to keep your mind off of it. But your feelings are going to be the one to actually tell you, oh, like I miss her. I just want to stay in bed. Like everybody leave me alone. You know what I'm saying?
hmm Once you have like a strict plan and you find out exactly what you need to do to reach your goals,
Right.
you know exactly where you need to go and how you need to act. It's all through like passive attention, about
Mhm.
what you do and finding like the practical solutions to be able to solve your problems in like your daily life. You
Right.
know,
Yeah.
having your routine, your scheduling on track, and knowing what your next move is going to be, that's going to guide you and won't let your emotions take control of your actions. It's through actions that we succeed in life. It's not through what we talk about. I learned that the hard way,
Yeah.
by speaking about what I'm going to do, and then every time you mess up or have a setback, you just you shit on yourself because you're like, oh, I said I was going to do something, and that messes up your mentality. It makes it even worse. So I would
Right.
say, like, personally, I would go for action rather than talking about what I'm going to do next.
Right. I mean, but we're talking about all this right now, and we're talking about how like feelings are kind of like a shitty thing, but when you look at it, feelings have like a good and a bad side to it. Like feelings will keep
Yeah.
you in bed, but at the same time, if you're like a genuinely happy person and like you're a
Mhm.
genuinely like energetic person, you'll do what me and you do every day. Like we'll wake up, we'll like want to be productive, but at the same time, other people just I don't know. I wouldn't call them lazy, but it's like all
Mhm.
in the head. But some people just want to stay in bed. They just want to stay home, play
Yeah.
video
Their
games or
focus on
whatever.
is on their focus is on other stuff, bro. And
But yes,
that's,
I wouldn't say feelings are like a horrible thing, you know.
yeah.
But yeah. Um, so yeah, what's the next subtopic?
Next subtopic will be the daily routine.
All right, I
Daily
think you're the
routine,
one who
bro.
got me. You're the one who got me into all this stuff. So I think you could
Yeah.
take the honors and start this off, and I'll bounce off of what you got to say.
I think the daily routine is one of the longest challenges that you need to face to achieve a strong mental game in
Right.
whatever you're pursuing. And it'll provide you with the experience to create discipline in your day-to-day life. And the daily routine, bro, it sets you up for, honestly, it sets you up for life, in my opinion.
Mhm.
I kept the same schedule for like a year now, and it's not even like it's kind of like effortless. You know what I mean? You reach that point where it's effortless. Like it's a long road, it's bumpy, but if you do get there, it'll be super beneficial for your future.
I want you to tell people what time you go to bed every night, bro. Tell the people what time you go to bed every night.
It's
Keep it a
about
buck. When you're not watching Breaking Bad, what time do you go to bed every night?
I well, every night would be 6:45 p.m. I go to sleep.
I eat dinner at that time,
But
bro.
it takes me like an hour to sleep. Like I don't trust my body to like sleep automatically. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
So I
No, I don't
give
think anybody
myself
does.
an hour. Yeah, I give myself like an hour window to go to sleep, so I can sleep by like 7:45, be asleep, and then I just wake up at 3:15 a.m. and then
Mhm.
that's how I start my day.
Unless you're like drunk
Mhm.
or high, I don't think anybody could fall asleep right away. Like that's literally
Yeah,
impossible. Like I lay down, like I'm like,
I wish that shit was
and then
real though.
I'm like, bro, I gotta go on TikTok. I gotta start swiping on TikTok, just chilling on my phone. Like I don't think anybody
Mm.
can. But yeah.
I
So
I
what
think
was
I think that when you said swiping on your phone, that's like a really tough thing to get over too.
oh,
I do that
100%.
too sometimes. Like I break my rules that I set for myself before I go to bed. I go on my phone, but I like looked up, I did research from like Andrew Huberman, which is
Mhm.
a neuroscientist, and there's some data behind if you're looking at your screen and your phone time, then you mess up like your REM sleep and your deep sleep.
Mhm.
So in order to have, a full night of rest so they can wake up fully charged, you shouldn't be on your phone. So
Mhm.
I do that sometimes too, but like I'm really trying to like break that.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely understand that. But I feel like that's what I don't like about this modern world is like we're
Mm,
all brainwashed by our phones. Like if you like look at like your parents per se or just anybody who's like older than us, like born in like the 90s or any time before that, they're always the type of people to like go to you and be like, why you always have your phone up your ass? Like I
bro.
swear at least
Nah,
once
nah.
at once a day, every one of my family members says that to me. Like, why do you have your phone on you all the time? But it's like hard. It's kind of like an addiction. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? Like
yeah,
you
it
always
is.
want to see like what's going on in the world. Like,
Mm-hmm.
how's my team playing? Like
Mm.
what's going on? Like
That's that dopamine feedback, bro. That
100%.
feeling of that feeling of like reward. Like usually, back in the day, like you said, they didn't have their phone, so they didn't have that immediate entertainment. You know what I mean? Like you didn't
Right.
get to fucking watch stuff and be like, holy shit, this was crazy. But we scroll through that every day, like it's nothing.
Exactly. So like you put me onto this daily routine shit. So I could thank you for that because now I every day like you heard the
Mhm.
alarm go off earlier in the video.
Yeah.
That was my alarm to wake up. So I wake up 8 a.m. If I have work, I go to work. If not, I'm either going to the gym or just doing some reading, which actually I went to Barnes and Nobles the other day. Hold
My
on.
boy.
Hold on. I want to show you the book I got. I do recommend it. I haven't obviously I only went the other day, so I haven't finished it. But
Mhm.
Jesus Christ. But this book
Be your future
can ch-
self
can
now.
change a lot of people, dude.
Confirmation
This book
by
will
Benjamin Hardy.
this book will teach you everything about mental toughness and why you not need to stop being lazy and why you need to keep doing what we're talking about right
Mhm.
now. You need
I
to,
think that definitely is going into mental mindset. That
yeah,
definitely goes
definitely.
into mental mindset.
Whenever I'm finished, I'll let you read the book. But back to what I was saying.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, so I wake up at a decent hour every day. I either work out if I don't have work.
Yeah.
If I do have work, I go. And I feel like it's very important. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So like a couple months ago, I didn't like I would go to the gym on and off a lot, but like now since like I want to have a daily routine and like get better and like sometimes like a lot of people are like this, but like some people are insecure about their physique, so I always want to make sure to like listen to what my body is telling me and like I want to work out and stuff. So I recently just subscribed to the gym at
Mm-hmm.
on Nostrand, Harbor Fitness Go, the one over there. Bro, that gym is lit. They got a lot of machines. They have a lot of like bench presses and stuff. And like downstairs, they have like a fighting room. So
No way.
they
That's
have like
sick. I wanna go.
they have like the
I wanna go.
boxing. They have like the thing hanging from the ceiling, the
Yeah.
the punching
The
bag.
mm-hmm.
And then have you ever seen the video of like when like I mean I guess it's like any boxer, but like Ryan Garcia, how they have like that black thing and like the light would come on and you have to like punch it and like the light comes
Oh
on
yeah, to
the
test
other
your
direction.
reaction time.
Yeah. So like they have that, and then upstairs they have a room with a bunch of ellipticals and treadmills with a big ass movie screen, and they show a movie while you're going, like while you're jogging. Like
No
yesterday they were showing
way.
Spider-Man 3 and while you like were running on the treadmill. This shit was so lit, I swear to
That's actually
God.
fire.
But aside from that, yeah, Harbor Fitness and Disco is cool, but
Mm.
I feel like now that I'm talking about this, we could transition into it, but one of the most important and one of the most difficult parts of self-improvement is definitely what you eat. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Because
Yeah.
like you have all control of what you eat when you when you're home, because like you can just like buy whatever you want and then come home and cook it. But like when you have like a family outing or like you're with friends and you go to a bar, like all like the nice, like the good smelling food, and like you're seeing people like eating like nachos and wings and all that shit, and you're like, oh,
Mm.
that looks so good, that looks so good. You give in and then you eventually like ruin your diet. But it's very, 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 very difficult. But when you're home, I
Mm.
feel like you have more control of it. Like when I'm home, like I could make like brown rice with
Yeah.
chicken and spinach and stuff like that, and like keep what I want to eat, like salads and stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
when I'm out, like you really have no choice. Like, oh, we have like a bunch of these different burgers, but we also have a grilled option, and I'm like, I'm out here with a bunch of my friends. We drinking alcohol. Do you think I really want a grilled chicken? You think I
But
really want?
remember, remember that one time we went out to that restaurant. It was like six, seven of us, and then I got a salad. Everybody got burgers.
Oh, are you talking about the
Yeah,
Mexican spot in the city, right?
yeah, yeah,
He was eating like a
man.
Cobb salad or something.
Yeah, I got a Cobb salad. Everybody making fun of me, bro. I'm like, this shit busted, bro. I'm trying to make myself feel better.
It's just funny. We had nachos on the table, empanadas. But yeah, but what's your view on like eating and stuff like that?
Um, on eating, I would say,
'Cause
definitely it
you
depends
grocery
on.
shop for yourself.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I did that. I did that yesterday, literally, because I just landed like 2 days ago. So I was
Mm,
like, I got set up for the week and shit. So I went grocery shopping. Yeah, I think grocery shopping really helps, and like writing down your diet, what you want to eat, and
mm,
scheduling, when you eat. And when you do that so repeatedly, I think that's like it conditions your mind to think that you're eating healthy and properly, right? According to
right.
your plan. So I think sometimes it's okay to eat out. It depends on how often you go out. As long as you're still sticking to that routine that you're eating, you
Right.
got to give yourself that, you have feelings, you have cravings. It's okay to eat a little bit of fast food or whatever you want. Just
Right.
a little bit, I would say. Um, as long as you're sticking to your diet.
Yeah, you could have a cheat day. Like that's cool.
Yeah.
But I don't think that you should have like a cheat day every week when you first start.
Oh
You know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
So
Mm.
like me and you could go on like a diet together. We could do like straight up like just like salads and like go on like a no carb or low carb diet. And then
Mm.
like Saturday comes, we're linking up and like, oh, let's go get McDonald's. Like, no, you can't do that when you first start. But once you have that discipline mindset that goes into it, and you're saying, oh, okay, like this week I'm just gonna eat straight salads. I'm gonna drink a lot of water, like no soda, no junk food. Then you could like start to think about having a cheat day once you go on and you see
Mm-hmm.
yourself progress. But once you're like eating like 6 days of like no carbs or low carbs, then you're like, oh, the seventh day, oh, that cake looks really good. Like maybe you can have like a little slice, but I would recommend anybody who's going on a diet, whether it's low carb, like I just said, or like intermittent fasting, like I would definitely try and stay away from a cheat day right away. Wait till you see a little bit of progression, and then you could
Mm-hmm.
go into it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think you're talking about like when you're first starting, you're just building that momentum to like, thrust
Right.
yourself into that
Right.
type of lifestyle.
Right.
Um, I think that when you're eating the same type of meal, the same type of food, the healthy stuff over and over, like me personally, I slowly just stopped eating like junk food naturally. Like I didn't really like it as often. I don't know why. It's
Mhm.
like what you do more often is what you like, you know?
Right,
That's
right,
what
yeah,
you
I
like to
understand.
do eventually. So I think that after a while, you'll actually enjoy that type of feeling.
Yeah. I agree.
At the end of every day, you look yourself in the mirror and you ask yourself, did I get better today? If the answer is yes, and you do that for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, how much better are you going to be? Are you getting better every single day? That's the question. And it's just taking small steps. You don't try to get it all done in one day, in 1 week, in 1 year. It's the process of getting better every day and doing that for a period of years that then create the masterpiece.
So yeah, we were talking about that before. Like I also brought that up before that
Yeah.
your accomplishments and like your goals aren't going to happen overnight. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So like he said, you want to ask yourself, are you getting better every day? I'll go back to like the weight loss thing. If your goal is to lose 40 pounds, you go to the gym, that's a step. You know what I'm saying? Because some people are just like, oh, I don't want to go to the gym. Like, I'll just try and eat better. You go to the gym, you work out, you got better every day. The next day, you drink straight up water and you eat salads. Okay, that's good. You got better. The next day, you go in and play a sport with your friends, like you usually won't do. That's a step. And then eventually, your mind will get used to this routine that you're setting for yourself, and then you will keep progressing and you'll get used to it,
Mhm.
and then eventually you will get better and you will accomplish your goal. It's a long journey, but that's what comes with discipline. You have to be ready for the process in order for yourself to accomplish what you want to do, you know?
Yeah, it's for that longevity.
Exactly.
I think that what you said was like when you're building up to this lifestyle that you want to have,
Mhm.
you have to live every day with focused intention.
Right.
That, what you want is not going to come to you. You have to focus on what your goal is every day so that you know what you're aiming for.
Right. I mean, it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's like you like I don't want to keep relating back to weight loss because like that's the only thing I can think of right now because it's
That's
very
your
early.
goal. That's your
I mean,
that's your
that is
focus
one of
right
my
now,
goals.
isn't
Yeah,
it?
so I guess we
It's your
can because
focus.
that's relating back to
That's
me.
beautiful, man.
Yeah, so it's like you could want to do something and then like you could like take a day off from it, like take your focus away from it, but then once you keep doing that, then you're off the track, your discipline's gone, and then
Mhm.
you just don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? It's like I could go to the gym for 3 days straight, and then for the next 4 days of the week, I'm like, "Oh, like, that I wanna eat, like, cake. I wanna go get fast food. Like, what do you wanna eat for dinner? Like, let me get Chinese food." And then you just keep going, and you keep going against your focus and going against your goals, and then eventually, you're just gonna stop like, your
Mhm.
momentum and your motivation is just gone.
It's that evidence, bro. It shows you once you show up every day, that's evidence that you're putting in the work, and then you're gonna start believing in yourself over time.
Exactly. I feel like we don't even have to talk about discipline at the end of this episode because I feel like we're tying discipline into everything we're talking about right now.
Mm.
You know what I'm
I think
saying?
that incorporating our emotions to the daily routine, like Kobe, I believe that to a certain extent, if you want to reach boundaries that like you've never been to before, you have to be obsessed to an extent.
Right.
Um, and I feel like having that balance between your social life and being obsessed is really important because sometimes when you are so obsessed, you don't really see what you're, missing out on. You know what I mean? Like I did
Right.
that for a while, became
Right.
so obsessed that I didn't really focus on my social life. When I
Yeah.
realized like my whole purpose was to, show love to the people that, is in my life, that's the whole purpose. So I should be living that. I shouldn't
Right.
just be obsessed with one thing and, not doing what my goal is like at the end.
But like I feel like that's okay though. Like to an extent
Mm,
that's okay because if you have a good group of people around you that support you and want you to do good in life, they'll understand. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
like if you wanted
Yeah.
to just like go and just take like a mental health break and you just like go do your daily routine every day and like we don't really like hear from you like a text here and there, like I'll understand like he's doing what he's got to do, like I won't like I'll leave him alone for now. Like you did that for a while, Eric did it
Yeah. Mm,
for a while, you did it, I didn't hear from you for a while, But now, like now we see each other
Mhm.
improving, and we're like,
Mhm.
yo, like now we could get lit. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
Eli
saying?
did that too. We all did
Yeah,
that shit.
exactly. Elijah did it too. Everybody does. I mean, but
Everybody
Davey
does
does it
it.
every day, pretty much, because we don't hear from him at all. But yeah. So
Yeah.
that's good to an extent. I haven't personally did it, but
Mm,
it's okay. Like
mm.
I love y'all too much. You know what I'm
You a
saying?
family guy, bro. You
Exactly.
family. You
It's
family
the
guy.
it's the Italian side of me. Like I love
Yeah,
everybody.
for real.
So the last call that we were in ended. So we entered a new one, and Jamil had a an image that he wanted to share with you all. So you could take it away.
All right. So here we see a person who seeks pain and a person who seeks pleasure. And you can see from the starting, it's the baseline, right? So you have the baseline would be every time you receive pain, you basically go higher in life and you reach more enlightenment because the harder you, I mean, the more harsh of a experience that you have, the better the dopamine, which will be your, the feeling of pleasure, basically, right? So every time you work out and then you see your results, you're like, holy shit, I look fucking better, right?
Yeah,
Or if you take a cold shower or you meditate, then you feel more relaxed, you feel more fresh, and your body is more, well, you feel more comfortable in your body.
yeah,
So, and then you see below, every time you have these cravings that you go eat ice cream, watch pornography, or you become depressed and, dwell on how shitty you feel, right?
yeah,
And then every time the drop is so steep that you just feel like shit. You just feel like the pleasure you experienced it for short term, and then the pain is like forever. It's your baseline. So an example of that would be, for example, I tested out for a while that I drank coffee like once every 2 days, right? That's what I used to do. And then I basically, did some research from Andrew Huberman, and I found out baseline is actually your current self, right? Your current consciousness at where you're at, right?
right,
And I realized that if I drink coffee consistently, that becomes my baseline self, you know? That's who
right,
I am. For example, like I used to smoke weed as well, and I used to smoke like every day. So it became my baseline self, and I lost touch with like who I was. So that baseline self is not who you want to be all the time because the pain is not worth the 15 seconds of pleasure.
right.
You want to seek pain in order to feel like a baseline of just pleasure. You want to live comfortably. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I feel like looking at this you just showed this to me. This is the first time that I'm looking at this diagram. But yeah, a lot of people like to outweigh like their motivation with their pleasure,
Mm,
like you see in this. So like a lot of people like around our age, they love to like go out every Friday, every Saturday and drink and
mm,
party and then wake up, do the same thing, feel hungover and all that. But then there's people like I wouldn't say me per se yet, but definitely like you
mm,
who just are disciplined and have like their daily routine, and they don't let their pleasure affect their focus. You know what I'm saying? So
mm.
like their pleasure would be to obviously, as you see in the diagram, like you would like go play video games or whatever, eat junk food, or go out and smoke or whatever. But you can do that, but at the same time you can't do it too much to the point where it's
It becomes your baseline, who you
exactly
are.
like it's trying to like clog your mind with all this so that you don't
Mm,
remember your focus, and then that's the end of it all. It's okay with seeking pleasure like a little bit of the
yeah.
time. Like you could obviously do things you want to do. You could like go eat junk food a couple days or whatever, or you could play video games or just do things that you enjoy, but
Mm,
you just can't let that take you off the track to what you're trying to accomplish. You know what I'm saying? So I think
exactly.
this diagram This diagram is actually is very interesting, and I
Mm,
understand it a lot. And when it says pain, I don't want anybody to think physical pain. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
It's more as like mental pain
yeah,
because it's trying to make you more tough mentally, and it wants you to train your mind to want to do the things that you do to accomplish. So
yeah,
like your mind for somebody who doesn't really have a daily routine, is not really that organized, your mind isn't going to be on that. Your mind is going to be on, oh, okay, I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna call my friends, play some Xbox or whatever. But when you have a focus, your mind, it tells you, okay, get up. Do you have anything to do today? Go to the gym. Get up, like go running, like go to the park, go shoot some hoops or whatever. And then eventually
mm,
your mind gets used to it, and then your mind's going to tell you to do that every single day, and then that's when you start going towards your goal. But if you
mm.
never really have a goal to begin with, and you don't have a focus to want to be better, then you're going to be like the guy at the bottom of the screen who just eats junk food and watches porn. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Yeah.
I think it's heavy on the visualization. I think that if you see your future self that you want to create,
Mhm.
then you're gonna be more your attention is gonna be more on what you need to do, what you need to struggle and go through pain to get better.
Right. So everybody should have a focus, whether it's something physical or it's something that you want to do to be better mentally, or for your family, for your kids if you have kids, for your friends. Everybody should have a focus so that they can have a daily routine and everybody can improve for the better.
That was beautiful. Well said.
Right.
Motivation is a feeling that comes and goes, and it doesn't matter whether it's there or not. Discipline is infinitely more important. So no matter how you feel, get up and do what you're supposed to do. That's it. And that's discipline. It's not motivation.
I think I used to actually watch a lot of motivational videos. Like I was subbing to all of them.
Right.
But I would say motivation would be like the beginning, the starter for your mentality, you know? Because like in the
Mm,
beginning, you're kind of like inconsistent at what you're doing,
right.
and motivation kind of keeps you upright. Like after a while, you need to, hone discipline to just continue that going. But motivation is very helpful though in the beginning, but discipline is like forever and everlasting, you know?
Right. So I feel like motivation, it's like for somebody who doesn't have like for somebody who doesn't have like a routine, motivation will like pop up like every couple months. You know what I'm saying? So like
Mm,
you'll be finished with school, and then you'll go on vacation, and like you'll have no motivation because you're just like relaxing, just eating whatever you want, like you're just having like a good time. And then when you come back, then motivation will start up again. But like he said, it's literally just a feeling. It's in your head. But people who people who idolize or people who adapt discipline, no matter where you are, like whether it's on vacation or you're out with friends, you'll do what you have to do to accomplish what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? So like
hmm
I said, like if you're on vacation and you are relaxing or whatever, a couple of those days you'll like if you're like somewhere tropical, like you'll like want to go on the beach and like run a little
hmm
bit. Like you want to keep your physique, you want to not completely let go of your exercise plan. You know what I'm saying? So like you'll go to the
hmm
beach, you'll look on your phone, see if like there's a gym nearby, or you'll you'll like look at you'll like take your portions like when you're on vacation, because a lot of people they eat a lot of food on vacation. Like you go to like
Yeah.
buffets and stuff
OD
like that.
every day.
Exactly. Like you just did. But
Mm,
when you're disciplined, you will try and find a way to stay on your regular regimen. Like you'll if it's not like if the food is like good and you want to like cheat a little bit, okay, I'll cheat, but I'll also portion. Like I'll make sure to watch my portions so at least I could stay what I want to stay at. Like you know what I'm saying? Like You definitely understand.
I think that like when I went on vacation, went to Japan, I took like 4 or 5 days. I spent like 2 hours basically just studying my work so that I can like, keep that, that gear going. You know what I mean? So you don't
Right.
want to completely stop what you're doing so that you could just, enjoy your vacation. You can enjoy your vacation and still like love to, continue your work, your project, whatever you're doing.
Right.
So I think that discipline is the core, to be honest. Discipline is the core of, becoming a better self and self-improvement.
100%. And going back to what you said about wanting to stay with your just stay with your regular routine and keep the gear going. I don't know what else I can relate it to, but school is like kind of something that tames you as like as a person. So like it like takes you away from like that party life mindset and like sits you down and like tells your mind like you need to do this. Like you need to like relax and like have something to focus on so that you don't have the urge to want to go drink or go smoke or go call friends and go out and stay up and play video games till 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? So like school is something that kind of like calms you down. And whether it's even if it's not school, you can also like just just have like a hobby. You know what I'm saying? So like whether people don't earn into school, you could go to trade school. You could sign up for real estate classes like Eric did. You could just do something to keep your mind off of wanting to use all that free time to just clutter your mind and just do nothing for you. You know what I'm saying?
I would say I definitely agree with having something that doesn't clutter your mind and that you want to focus on something at least so that you can occupy your time. And I think that school definitely tames you, but I think that the pursuit of something greater than yourself, the pursuit of like a career goal, is basically the same thing as school, because school is a pursuit of a career goal. That's the whole purpose of it. And it's, the pursuit of a skill in life. So I think like the movie Pursuit of Happiness, that movie?
Yeah, of course.
I think that the pursuit of happiness, in my opinion, would be like pursuing some type of bigger goal, which would bring happiness to your life. Because I don't think your day-to-day life, you're always going to be happy. You know what I mean?
Right.
But if you're actually like having an aim for what you're doing every day, then you're going to be happy to do what you do. You're going to be okay with being disciplined and staying with the same regimen in order to reach your goals. So, yeah, I agree and disagree with you, I would say.
I understand. All right. So, this is a pretty good combo, bro. I think we could conclude it here. I hope I thank everybody that hopefully stayed throughout the entire video. If you didn't, it's okay. And also throughout the video, if you saw me like rubbing my nose every few minutes, I had the AC on last night. My nose, I have allergies. I apologize. But yeah, once again, I thank you all for watching the video, and a lot of more stuff coming soon. We have a bunch of stuff planned out. I made a whole list. I made a whole list. Yep, definitely look out for that. We 95% sure that we have an episode with a couple guests that's pointed towards you high school kids. We're trying to help you. We're trying to help the youth and
young
college.
adults.
We're trying to help the youth. We're not here to just have
we
fun.
are the youth.
We're trying to help the youth to us.
Our type.
Our type of people. We're trying to help everybody. So definitely be on the lookout. If you don't follow our Instagram, definitely go follow that now. The links to all of our socials will be in the description below. And once again, I appreciate you guys. Love y'all. We'll see you in the next episode. Peace.
Later.